And welcome to another GP Caracas game, this time between Astronomer and the Flying Pinata. Astronomer's on blue-white Merfolk, and the Flying Pinata is on black-red Midrange.
And Flying Pinata wins the dice to start us off.
Let's see. The Flying Pinata draws hand with Valdez, Scorch, Obscurate, so Valdez, and 3 removal spells. I'm assuming Flying Pinata's keeping that because they got 3 removal
Yeah.
spells against the creature aggro deck.
Mm-hmm.
And Astronomer has hand with.
I think this is keepable here. We'll starter. Keep that. Seems good. Yeah. A
Yeah.
Triton,
So
Wave Racer, topping.
And Flying Pinata's probably going for turn 1 Valdez. So do you think they're going to name high or low?
I think, well, against aggro, I think high because you want to. Oh no, I got to take lowest.
Well, I guess you can. Actually, yeah, I would name high too
Yeah,
because Astronomer runs Kalila's Scavenger, and that card's the main card that you're worried about when you're playing Black Red Mid range because you can run him for 1 other creatures, but Kalila's Scavenger grabs another creature.
That's going to be always going to get hit if either that or Theocracy, which is also highest.
Astronomer decides to discard Crossing the Fog. Well, I guess they want their creatures.
Valdez is non-lowest, but would it hit?
I could have hit Bonetooth Daughter or Lily Retreat Triton, but Astronomer decides to keep their 1-drops.
Land number 3.
Yep. So probably turn 1 Bonetooth Starter. And Bonetooth Starter isn't very helpful against a handful of removal spells, though. Obscuriate.
Imagine you just sack it.
Yeah, but I feel like playing Obscuriate here is kind of weird.
Yeah, it'd probably be better just Scorch because you really want to stick on that mountain. There's very few generic tips in that deck. There's Scavenger and Theocracy and that a lot of white. Really just actually does something.
So Astronomer decides to sack the Bonetooth instead of accepting the ping land. And draws Ostracizer Orb.
Imagine.
Retreat.
Right. Gift 2/1.
It's just gonna get removed.
Another land. Draws.
They're going to pass turn, I guess, keep up Unhappy Ending.
4 Light Champion.
So I'm thinking about why they would just pass a turn when they could have just cast Scorch and then also held up Unhappy Ending. I guess they want Scorch to hit a higher value target, and they don't consider Lily Triton to be much of a threat right now.
Nope, gonna target the Triton. I guess gonna Scorch the wind.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, they're gonna use the Scorch now. And okay,
Scavenger. A Scavenger.
Well, I mean, the good news is at least Flying Pinata isn't gonna get too much value off that guy.
A very lucky hit for Pinata. Definitely don't want Ace.
Well, no, it's not. It's not like that. Or I mean, for Pinata, because like it's the same mentality as with milling. You don't really care about what you exile off your opponent's top. You mostly care about what it's gonna do when you cast it. And Leela Scavenger is a 3-mana 1/1 for Flying Pinata, so probably not actually a very good hit for them.
Orb.
Ostracizer Orb deals with 3-mana 3/2. No, Flying Pinata draws another
land. Nothing but land draws, but drop Valdez.
Valdez isn't active yet.
Valdez not online, but still 3.
Yeah.
Could see Champion and Lord here together.
I mean, that's the obvious choice. I mean, that will turn on Valdez. But maybe Astronomer doesn't really care at this point.
Think about it, if you have Champion and Lord, you're going to have Champion can be a 5/5 for a striker.
Right, but it doesn't actually block Valdez because Valdez has Menace. You would have to trade one of your lords for it.
Yes, that would be a weird trade. Champion and Lord. Champion and Valdez. What's the draw here for? Metal Muncher.
Oh wow, that's a really good draw.
Is really good because that Ostracizer Orb
Yep, that's a complete blowout, I think.
And getting back Desperado, and then
So after Desperado comes back, I'm assuming Flying Piano swing with both, and Astronomer has to block something or else they're gonna die. So they're gonna have to.
yeah,
Actually, Coralite can
so
just Coralite just brick walls decrease Desperado.
it does.
But what else is Flying Piano thinking about here? I mean, they're gonna play the Metal Munch, right? So I guess they're just
I feel like it's
thinking about what to do after that.
it's mm,
Oh, they're gonna.
it might be better. Yeah,
Okay, so they're
it might be
attacking
better
first.
swinging with Valdez because either you get the menace, so it can take out the
Yeah. So wait, no, that it doesn't work out very well
first
because Coralite has first strike.
first strike is bad.
Okay, I that was a misplay, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now
First strike on the favor
Flying Piano realizes their mistake and
there.
reacts appropriately.
Yeah, big mistake there. First strike on the favor.
Uh, is Flying Piano still in the game? I think they're probably still in the game after killing Ostracizer Orb.
Maybe depends on the draws. Because so far, Pinata has drawn like one card
Right.
that drew the Desperado and the Munch, and everything else has been land so far.
Actually, why did Flying Piano not dispel pre-combat anyways? If they're gonna, oh, I guess they were not planning. They weren't planning on attacking with dispel anyways.
Orb number two, that
Oh,
might be it.
actually, no. Flying Piano made another mistake. They could have cast Kalelia's Scavenger that turn, right? Yeah, because
Yeah, they could have
Dispar's
Munched.
a warrior and Flying Piano wasn't doing anything out of the mana anyway, so you could just play a 3 mana 1/1.
It's Ward two.
Yeah, that too. Like it could have chumped Coralite Champion. Or never mind,
Yeah,
Lord has the evasion ability.
the Intrepid Captain. Not
Okay. That's a
bad.
that's a pretty high impact 3 drop.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's back to a race. Because
Yeah,
Astronomer doesn't have lethal this turn. And Intrepid
yeah.
Captain, so next turn
Well,
Intrepid Captain swings for 6.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes it another
So
pirate and then attacks and then the pirates are 2/1s. So Astronomer is forced to block.
it's tough here is that Ace keeps losing life off of the lands.
Oh yeah, right. I didn't
It
notice.
might really matter here. Paladin. They still aren't safe. They can't swing with the champion and the dome because being at 4 now, that actually puts them into lethal.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they're
Well,
probably. Oh,
they get Trident of Benediction. If that hits, then that's gonna mess up the Intrepid Captain. But imagine they just don't swing here, especially because they. Well, and well, no swing.
yeah, they're playing around the single removal spell, I think.
Gonna crack the rift on upkeep.
I think hilariously enough, if Flying Piano did play Kalila Scavenger there, it could have actually changed the game because it's like it's one extra 1/1 attacker.
Mm-hmm.
And if Flying Piano
Yeah.
drew Scorch there, then that would have been lethal if they had Kalila's Scavenger out. But instead, they draw a land again.
Another land is not great. At least holding up the land. That's you. You do want to kind of bluff a little bit at least. Like this deck does have instant speed burn. Not very much, but there is like there's obscuriate and unhappy ending.
Right, but does it have, or it's instant speed, a creature burn, not face burn?
I mean, like for instance, if you have like obscuriate, can actually just kill the
Right.
champion, for instance. So not really a reason to play land there, at least since you don't really need to.
Yeah. So Flying Piano isn't dead this turn just yet.
They
Actually, Flying Piano might just swing out with their entire board in order to just force Astronomer to chump
just
block and trade off their
have
creatures.
to do that. You have to trade the Lord and the Paladin for the pirates,
Yeah, and then all they're left is Coralite Champion, and maybe you can.
and then champion block that, and then you just have the 4 point. And then you can kind of deal with that.
Yeah, but instead, Flying Piano just doesn't do anything.
Especially, you know, the trident's on top.
Yeah.
Well, and that's not going to make it any easier.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting just attacking because you want to get stuff off the board before the trident comes down. especially since Corelight Champion
Though
rose.
Astronomer did just go into Scorch range there
Oh yeah,
with the
right.
benediction, which is bold. You have do you
Uh,
have Concord Corelight Paladin? Oh no.
okay, let's see. Flying Piano. So what can Flying Piano has Eye of Ancient Tombs, Scorch, and Dawson's Negotiations. Any of those cards
Yeah.
will kill a Stromner if it's drawn next turn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fire can get back the already used Scorch. Yeah. So they're just gonna chump the 8/8
Yep.
7 here. See the draw here.
Yep. So Flying Piano is just hoping to top. Okay, is that
And it's ire.
okay? There we
Oh,
go. So could the Stromner not play Trident there? Do they have to play
this,
Trident that turn, or
I don't think it was actually really necessary. Especially when there's a Scorch and Ires and all that.
yep?
Very
If
a risky move at least to go to 3 in general.
and okay, so moving on to sideboarding. So Flying Piano's Black Red Midrange deck, they're probably bringing in Burning Heart, Meadow Munch, and Bark Pillar. So it seems like they're pretty well prepared for the creature matchup, even though they already have so much removal in the main deck.
What about I think Guiding Light will come in for
Yeah, definitely.
that. I don't know which else.
Ostracizer Orb too, because
Yeah.
creatures. Actually, Raw Marble Roll does deal with tokens. Well, not really, I guess. They'll probably just Guiding Light.
Definitely Guiding Light goes in. That's
Legacy War Mask also probably pretty good.
yeah. I mean, your stuff is getting burned out a lot. That would help. Let's see the hand here. Nebula, Lava Twin Field, Heart. Let's see his maneuver. Seems keepable.
Yep, that's definitely a keep. You just want other removal that you can get your hands on.
Especially
Oh hey,
because he had.
I think I remember this hand from game one, except it's a seven card hand instead of a
Yeah,
six card one.
this is like the exact same hand. Unbelievable. So I mean, this is just really good. You get Darter, Triton, Racer, or Darter, Racer, Triton, and Darter,
Yeah,
which would make better because that gives you. Because then you can also make a 2/1 elemental. The Wave Racer.
I keep forgetting that Wave Racer has a second ability.
It's like Master Wave. Yeah.
It's like Master Waves, just have to keep paying for it.
Well, Master Waves does it all at once. Wave Racer keeps on going. So I
Yeah, but
think maneuver the Triton here. Yep.
not playing Bone Tooth Star on turn one. I guess Ace Ramen wants to try out something different this game.
I think yeah. There's the 1/1. So then we're gonna see.
Well, if Ace Ramen drops both Bone Tooth Stars, they could get horribly blown out by Meadow Munch.
Yeah. Well, just sack one and counter it. So.
Actually, yeah, I guess. So not
Well, actually
horribly
no,
blown out,
because
but yeah, still one for
then you
one.
would have 2 mana, so just be sacked both.
So yeah, two Bone Tooth starters.
Double Darter, Magic Metal Mount, targeting both, and then you have a 4/2 Heart. You still have 2 unhappy endings, and another Burning Heart.
Yeah,
So
I don't think Ace Ramen is gonna have a very good time this game.
not gonna be not a great matchup post board here.
I mean, even pre-board, still not a very good matchup.
Yeah, it's a lot of burn and stuff that can poke in individually.
Nebula on red and black, probably. And okay. And Metal Munch. Let's
Yep.
see let's see what Astronomer thinks about this play. Yeah, they're just gonna go through the motions.
Sack it, counters it, and sack the other one. So yeah, and then if Wave Racer gets killed, then Yada's just sitting on 2/4/2s.
Well, at least they have
And
cleared vault. So it's
oh Lord of the Bubble Dome.
Lords
Good
aren't very
draw
good.
here.
Lords aren't that good if you don't have any creatures on the board.
Yeah, but in Wave Racer would make a 3/2 and a 3/3, which is worse.
Or
And then Ire.
So Astronomer decides to play Lord of the Bowdome first instead of Wave Racer first, even though Wave Racer could have made a creature if they played Bowdome afterwards.
I think it's possible most people forget that Wave Racer has a second ability.
Actually, I didn't
We're
realize
gonna see.
until recently that the second ability triggered on Merfolk. I thought it was just instants and sorceries.
I think it's on Merfolk too. And then we're gonna see Racer here probably get
Theocracy.
killed too. Oh,
Okay,
Theocracy.
yeah,
That's a good draw. That's a really good draw here. Cannot burn
Theocracy.
an enchantment.
Okay, what did they
And
flip?
still has ire and heart and two unhappy endings, so it's not huge, but better than nothing. Sure.
Royal
Or
Champion.
light champion.
That's decent.
Mm-hmm. In
So,
Hero's favor.
does anything in Astronomer's deck not die to unhappy ending?
I mean, Core Light Champion can get pumped up enough, but base, I imagine, no.
They
But
only
if you have enough, like, if you got, scavengers and champions, lords, and stuff
yeah.
like that, then
Wait,
it
okay, Slime
would get.
Piano has 2 red cards in graveyard, so they can Blood Price Decrease Desperado and
Yep.
play down.
Especially because you don't.
Except that they're not going to make that play because Corelight Champion has first strike. Or no,
They
they
can
can.
just.
Yeah,
They have two unhappy endings and a burning heart. It's
I guess.
not going to do
I guess
that.
they don't want to get rid of Hatsuel's maneuver just yet. Although I'm not
Imagine
really.
maybe waiting to blow up whatever comes off the second. Another Theocracy.
Okay, each round is
Yikes.
getting the good stuff.
You're getting good nut draws here. Nut draws here. Still has unhappy ending heart and ire, so it's not. And another core light champion.
Maybe Astronomer will be able to just run Flying Piano out of removal spells.
I mean, at the rate Pinata's drawing them, no. But anything's possible, really.
Yeah, exactly. So Astronomer is probably playing the second Theocracy here.
Yeah, that would make. Yep. Number 2. And that is going to get. Stuff is that the core light champion is going to get to be 4/4.
If Astronomer
That's
flipped a
the
Lord,
other.
then it becomes a 5/5, right?
The only other creature. They
Oh,
get a
okay.
darter, is fine.
It's not that good at this stage of the game. Doesn't actually
Uh,
counter any removal spells because they all
Pinata has enough
cost
mana to pay for it.
another
Another
Hatsuel's
maneuver
maneuver. Hmm.
doesn't do much. I imagine you just want to unhappy champion
Yeah.
and deal with the 1/1.
So if Blind Piano gets to 4 lands, they can Hatsuel's maneuver and then reprise the other those maneuver in their graveyard. That gets them
Well, maneuver, I imagine you use on like a Scorch or something, get the max value. But I think
right, but
I personally see unhappy ending that.
yep.
I would here blood price the Desperado out because they won't have. They're just gonna take it. Or blood price the Desperado just because it's not gonna die to the 1/1. But no,
Okay. I mean, I guess Blind Piano just values Hatsuel's
maybe they just
maneuver way
really
too much.
maybe they're just looking. Maybe it's not as good, but if you don't get the card off of it because they have 4 cards in hand and
Right.
it's on 1, they're not gonna trigger. But still think it's better than just the 1/1 swinging in.
Well, I mean, at the same time, Blind Piano is not really in a rush to close out the game, right? Because
Yeah, that's true.
although Mistrana has 2 Theocracies, so but they
Two
still
Theocracies will make it. If Ace does rebuild, it'll be pretty tough for Pinata because 2 Theocracies and Wave Racer.
okay. That's a very good Theocracy hit.
That's a good Theocracy hit, especially because you have another one and a Corelight Paladin, so your
Yeah.
whole board is going to get really pumped.
So do you think Ace Ram is going to activate Wave Racer's second ability?
No, I think it's better to get. Oh, I was going to say, I think it's better to get Paladin too instead of that.
Well, it seems like Ace Ram disagrees. I think this is the first time that someone has actually paid. First time that I've seen someone pay for that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Does Blind Piano have a way to deal with this board?
Yeah.
Like they're kind of running out of removal spells.
Yeah, Theocracy is just crazy. Like the board went from a 1/1 to 2/3/2s, 4 like 3 more 3/2s in one turn.
Yeah.
Is supremely scary.
So what removal spells does Blind Piano have left in hand?
Maybe I would say
So
Rift, Burning Heart one racer, and Ire the other. And then the elemental will just die because it doesn't have anything buffing it. And then Desperado.
right.
And you'll be tied still, but they're pretty much the entire board will be gone. He could sack the 3/3, actually, the darter.
Well, no,
Hmm.
because you have more than
I
enough
think
mana for everything.
he could heart now, see if they sack a darter. You target a wave racer with a burning heart.
Yeah.
And then if that gets countered, you can go get maneuver
Well, no, if it gets
and
you have
blow
enough
up
mana to pay for it. It's
yeah.
force
You
fire is 2 mana, and you're at 4 mana this turn. So
heart and then maneuver to blow up
yeah.
the other wave racer, I think is the play here.
Oh, what?
Like an ire.
Oh yeah,
Which I
Ire.
guess makes
I keep forgetting
more
that Ire.
sense since
Yeah.
the card has 2 modes. Gonna let that die. Go fetch the other one and
So second rift, Shardstone Rift.
I imagine we see maneuver.
Yep.
Yep. Gonna get question is, do you want to counter it? Because that's gonna be only would you rather have just
Yeah.
gonna let it die instead.
No, there's no
Getting
point
reward.
countering it because Flying Piata has 1 mana up, so they can just
And then
pay for
now I
bounties.
think still not Desperado though. Still not gonna use it. I guess you want to hang on to like the maneuvers in the grave at least. But now they have
Yeah.
Munch and Holmes.
Galila
A
Scav.
scavenger.
Wow, this
Nothing tons of gas here.
Ace Prime is still losing 1 life each turn from their lands though. And Flying
Yeah.
Piata is getting pretty close to burn range for Ace Prime there.
Mm-hmm. That's scavenger, and that's gonna hit another Merfolk. And if it's a lord or a racer, it's gonna be tough. It's a paladin,
Close enough to a lord.
which is it's gonna be a lord here because they're gonna get a artifact. All necessary types.
Well, what could they actually get? Maybe Mask of or whatever that card's called, Legacy War Mask.
Yeah,
But they get
gonna get the
Trident.
trident.
Yeah.
And War Mask could get back a wave racer, which would
I
be
probably would
pretty
have gone
good.
War Mask there because then you can play War Mask plus Corelight Paladin next turn and then fetch another artifact.
Then you can get a trident and then swing it with the 2/2. We have a 2/3/3 threatening board here. See the draw. Scorch. That is, you love to see that right
They have enough
here.
Scorch plus Hatchfield Maneuver.
Scorch plus maneuver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scorch and maneuver is gonna be.
That probably just ends the
Probably
game, right?
Right, the play. Yeah.
I mean, what else are you doing? You Scorch the.
You can blow up Paladin and Scavenger.
Or actually, no, you can't do. Right, you can't really reprise this turn because Bone Tooth Starter exists.
Well, targeting. Just gonna blow that up. Not going to reprise quite yet.
Actually, you can Burning Heart and then reach Desperado to draw off it. Or I mean, flip a card off it because then you go down to 0 cards in hand. Like you adventure the Burning Heart and then you Blood Price creates Desperado.
Blow up the Scavenger here.
I think that's what Flying Piano is going to do here.
I'm gonna blow up the.
Wait, that's.
And leave the Scavenger. They have Ward.
Oh, right. Well, Astronomer can sack Bone Tooth Starter to grant this guy into the graveyard.
Why not pay the 1 then? Just have a resolve.
Actually, well.
I guess actually just get sacks. I can't.
Really... Wait, no, doesn't. Yeah, because it just fizzles.
And, free time. Blood price. Yeah. Backing the most recent warrior, getting rid of heart. And ire. And then you get the card here.
Hey, let's see what they flip.
Oh
yeah, right. I forgot.
Oh yeah, they get the trident. It's really good right there. That's what they were probably saving it for, was just play Paladin. No, I get the trident instead.
Yeah.
And that's just really good because pumps a board. It's also going to have a bunch of Merfolk. Going to trade the...
I think each round is just kind of desperate right now. Oh, wait, they blocked it. They don't go down to Scorch range. Not that it helps.
Draws Pilot Pool is not going to help.
Yeah.
You just have to play Paladin and get...
That puts them down to Scorch range. But not like you have any other choice. Is there something they can fetch? Ostracizer Orb doesn't save them.
Orb is... Yeah, it's a little bit late in the game for that.
Actually, maybe Experiment should have just failed to find with Corelight because what they actually need is to top deck either Theocracy or Kalilo's Scavenger.
Yeah.
Flying Pinata draws X marks the spot. So they can play it. I want to play Trident here though, because they can only play Trident if
Mm-hmm.
Priest Desperado is in play. And also Trident
Yeah.
just makes more creatures.
Mm-hmm. On top of so
So do they attack with Priest Desperado to force a trade? Yeah, I guess they do.
they will, yeah. Especially because now with the Merfolk and the Trident, if they don't have a play this turn, that Ace is dead.
Well, no, Ice Farmer is gonna draw Ostracizer Orb next turn. Like because they just play on the top of the deck. And that's why I didn't really agree with their choice of copying Ostracizer Orb, because like now you're just this thing doesn't do anything.
Well,
No, Ice Farmer, reading card explains the card.
yeah. Not being able to exile an artifact just means blowing up a Merfolk does also save them still. That's like
Is it?
pretty medium.
Uh
2
oh,
mana blowing up.
right. Friend Benediction doesn't actually buff the guy that's equipped to.
And then gonna sack the vault to investigate. Digging for an answer here.
Well, Ice Farmer isn't dead this turn.
Yeah.
So probably just playing X marks the spot.
Mm-hmm. And no reason to. Not right now. Oh no, gonna draw the heart actually.
Oh yeah, right, because
Fort.
so maybe Ice Farmer should have saved the Ostracizer Orb for the heart.
Yeah.
Although at the same time, Ostracizer Orb did prevent 1 damage. Guiding Light is a... Actually, now I think about it, what does Guiding Light even do
I mean,
in this matchup?
can't get scorched.
Okay, yeah, good point.
No, it's not it's better than also the second ability means that like if you have a 3/3, you have to do more damage than that to actually
Right, but Ace Farmer,
win.
that doesn't really do anything for Ace Farmer right now, and they're just going to concede.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was
I think the outcome was pretty expected, because the Black-Red Midrange deck has so much removal.
just so much burn there.
Not even damage burn, it's just removal. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you remove all the Merfolk's creatures, then they can't really do anything. And Ace Farmer even got the nut draw that game, where they got 2 Theocracies and a Killia Scavenger. But it still wasn't enough to beat Black-Red Midrange. Draw of basically mono removal plus some
just
threats. Or not even threats, just 1 Creed's Desperado plus a Burning Heart.
Ace kept dropping creatures, like they had the board of 12 power after having 1 power, and it just all went away because Pinata had so much burn. It was just a really tough matchup, just in general.
Yeah.